Hello, Nicholas.
Hi, Kelsey.
Okay, so today's lesson, we're starting a new piece, but I don't want to focus on learning a new piece. I want to focus on how we're going to start it.
Okay.
So when you get new music that maybe you're not working on a lesson, you know how to start it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so first I like to listen to it.
Okay.
So let's play through it once and try to listen for two things. Try to listen for places that you hear a similar thing again, and then try to listen for the melody that will get stuck in your head.
Okay.
So something that's kind of catchy. Do you like it?
Yeah, it's nice.
Okay, so I asked you to listen for two things. Did you notice anywhere that anything repeats?
The beginning and the end repeats.
Right, so the beginning right here up until, where would you say? Like till there, or?
Well, it repeats. These repeat,
Mm-hmm.
and then at the end, that's it.
That whole section repeats.
Yeah.
That's right. So when you listen, try to listen for a part that repeats, because you want to learn that first, so then you know like half the song, right?
Yeah.
And in this case, you know 2/3 of the song. You're the majority of the way there once you learn that part. So, and the second part is, did you hear a melody that was kind of catchy?
Yeah, a little. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, awesome. So let's start by working on that, the catchy part.
All right.
I want us to break it down and learn one part at a time so that we can build on top, and then when you actually put the whole piece together, all these different parts, you don't have to think about them because you just have all of them like that.
Okay.
Okay? So let's start with the rhythm.
All right.
I want us to clap out the rhythm, and I'm gonna say the count for us the first time. All right?
All right.
Let's just try that. So 1, and then we're gonna be clapping the top line.
Okay.
1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and 1 E and a 2 E and a 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 1 E and a 2 E and a. Awesome! You did a really good job on that. So this time, I want you to count with me.
Okay.
I'm gonna count on the melody. If you want to try humming along the melody, awesome, but if you're not sure you know it well enough, that's okay. But I want to get the melody in your ear with the rhythm, all right? So, I'm going to start on this octave instead.
Okay.
1 E and a 2 E and a 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 1 E and a 2 E and 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a. Awesome. So this time, I'm gonna clap, and I want you to try to hum the melody.
All right.
I'm sorry, I said that wrong. I want you to clap and hum the melody while I play the melody with you.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
Okay.
Because I don't think you know quite well enough yet, right? But I'll sing
No.
with you too.
Okay.
Okay? And you can do it down here if you
Okay.
like. 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a. Awesome. We're just gonna do it once here since the
Okay.
second time is very similar. Do you notice anything that changes from the first time you play that melody to the second time you play it?
There's a different this measure and this measure.
That's right. And which note is it?
It's the second, downbeat of the second.
Yeah, exactly. So they get rid of that note completely,
Yeah.
right? So that's something to keep in mind. Do you want to, here we can use a marker on it. I have an extra copy of this. Do you want to circle it so that you'll remember it when you get there?
Yeah.
Perfect. Here, I'll put that away. That way when we get to it, it cues us to remember that something's a little different. So now, why don't we switch spots?
Okay.
And why don't we try to play the right hand? So, let's try to review something we learned in the past lessons. What does that little 5 mean above the first note?
So that's going to refer to the finger that we start on, right?
That's
gonna start on
right.
A.
Perfect. And with your 5 finger, which is your, that's right. So let's get our hands in the right position. And I'm going to count out loud. And let's just take it really slow.
Okay.
And with this, do you think that you have to move your hand at all?
It's going to look, yeah, the third measure.
That's right.
You're going to have to.
So we're going to have to do that. So since you're playing this part twice, the second time you play it is a good time to look at where you're going to go next. Start thinking ahead. Now do you see which finger you should put on which note?
It's looking like the 3 is going to go on F sharp.
Exactly. And that's right. We have an F sharp. And what other note do we have in this key signature?
Oh, C sharp.
Exactly, which gives us which key?
It'll be D major.
Exactly. So, why don't we try putting our hands in the first position, and then where are you going to put it for the second position?
So it looks like we just go down the octave.
Exactly. Our hands are in the exact same place, just down the octave.
Okay.
Okay, those are the things you want to notice before you try sight reading it the first time. Just makes it a little smoother.
Okay.
So let's give it a try. 1 E and a 2 E and a 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 1 E and a. That's all right. We're gonna start from right here, okay?
All right.
1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a. That was great for our first sight reading. So, which part tripped you up a little bit?
This little piece right here.
That
gets
little
me.
piece? Then let's work through the hardest part first, so when you get to it, it's easy.
Okay.
That's what we want. We just want to work through the hard parts and then get the parts down that repeat easy so that when you learn it, those aren't hard parts anymore. They're the parts you know the best.
Okay.
Okay, so let's try playing from here to here, just nice and slow.
Okay.
Ready? 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a. Oh, that's my bad. I started on the wrong notes. Harmonizing with you. Ready? 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a. All right. So which fingers are we going to use there?
It's the 5, 3, and 1.
Exactly. So let's just do that. Just this measure. Let's do that 3 times. Ready? 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E. That's okay. Yes. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So let's try playing it from the beginning again and see how it feels when we get there.
Okay.
All right. 1 E and a 2 E and a 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 1 E and a 2 E. All right, let's try that again.
All right.
All right. So when we pick up our hands during piano, this doesn't necessarily relate to starting a piece, but this might help you on how you start practicing it. You're allowed to breathe with your hand to put it in the next place. So don't feel like you have to rush to get there. Give yourself a second to lift it up, and it's kind of like breathing in your singing.
Okay.
Give yourself a second to breathe, and it helps you kind of find your place too. So from the beginning, and I'm gonna let you play this time.
Okay.
1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a keep going.
Oh.
1E and a 2E and a 1E and a 2E and a 1E and a 2E and a 1E and a 2E. That was great. That was really, really great. Okay, so let's do it one more time to make sure that wasn't an accident.
Okay.
And then we're gonna try the left hand. Are you ready?
Yeah.
1E and a 2E and a 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 1E and a 2E and 1E and a 2E and a 1E and a 2E and a 1E and a 2E. Look at that. That's almost perfect. Way to go. Okay, so let's try the left hand. And how did we start learning the right hand?
We looked for. Are you talking about like looking for repetition or what?
Well, just so I showed you how to start learning the right hand. How would you go about learning the left hand? What would you do first?
What notes I'm gonna put my hand on.
All right, and what's that?
It's D and it's an octave apart.
Yeah, awesome. So before you start sight reading it through, what do you think we should do first?
Find out where we're gonna switch, right?
Okay, so where are you going to switch to?
Looks like we're just gonna come to that.
Yeah. And sometimes it's helpful to think about, so how am I going to get, so for this one we realize it's just an octave down, so we're going to breathe and put our hands an octave down. What feels comfortable to get from here all of a sudden to here? What feels comfortable for you? You can take a few seconds to try to figure it out.
I think I used to try to use like my pinky, but I had a friend who told me that that's a good way to switch that. I think that one's pretty good.
Yeah, I think both of those are great. Whichever way helps you. So if you want to move your pinky over to find where your thumb was, that works. But another great way, since you're going to be playing with your 3-finger first, it does work to also cross over like you're doing a scale. Awesome. So one more thing. Let's see if you remember that we should do before we sight read it.
I think I might be blanking.
That's all right. Do you want to try to clap through the rhythms?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was.
That's what you were thinking?
Yeah.
I thought so. Okay. 1E and a 2E and 1E and a 2E and a 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 E and a 2E and a 1E and a 2E and a 1E and a 2E and a 1E and a 2E and a. Awesome. Do you notice any similarities between the left hand and the right hand that might help you?
It looks like they're doing something similar right here and right here.
Absolutely. They're actually in total unison. Okay, so now you already know part of that too.
Sweet.
See how that works out? Okay, so since you kind of have a handle on how the song sounds, let's just do this once where we try to hum the melody while you count. And since you
Okay.
don't know it yet, I'm just going to play it, and I want you to count so you can hear it and clap
Okay.
with it. Okay?
All right.
And clap with it. 1E and a 2E and a 2E and a 1E and a 2E and a 1E and a 2E and a 2E and a 1E and a 2E and a 1E and a 2E and a 1E and a 2E and a. Okay? Can I get the melody in your head a little bit?
Yeah. a little
Or the
bit.
bass line? All right, then let's give it a try. I'll play with you this first time.
Okay.
1E and a 2E and a 2E and a 1E and a 2E and a 1E and a 2E and a 1E and a 2E. Nice. Yep, 2E. Sorry about that. Let's start from there.
Okay.
Just wanted to compliment you. Ready? Go. 1E and a 2E and a 1E and a 2E and a 1E and a 2E and a 1E and a 2E and a. Way to go! So now can you try playing that on your own?
Yeah.
you counting in your head?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's the point you want to get to, because obviously you can't count out loud while you're really playing it. So, it looks like we've run out of time for this lesson, but for next lesson, I want you to try to put those hands together.
Okay.
All right? I also want you to come with a plan on how to approach this part. You don't have to learn it, but just come with a plan on how you think we should try to learn it together.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
All right,
Thanks.
way to go.